Wait, can you do the dancing again? That was really good.
All that?
Speaking of that,
All of it?
I was doing like
I was, seeing it. I was like, look at maybe I'll have Richel dance for my intro.
it was good. That's the best music we've ever heard on a show like this.
Oh, thank you.
Really we
I was
enjoyed the
playing
intro.
not only drums, I was doing keyboards. And I mean, I was like, I had the music tabs.
She saw us. She was
She's
watching.
Like, yeah, that's embarrassing.
It was good. I was like, wait, I want to stop my intro. Put this.
Did you see the pre-fight? The pre-going on fight? Back to the hair again.
The hair. Oh my gosh. Welcome.
That's hair scene.
You guys are great. I'm telling you. I was literally talking to them for 5 minutes prior to coming on, maybe 5 to 7 minutes, and my cheeks hurt from laughing so hard because they're great. I mean, I'm happy that you guys are on tonight because listen to this. This is an early birthday present. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Happy birthday!
So you guys are like my early celebration birthday.
Nice.
If we would have known, we would have got you a cake so that we could eat it and you could look at it.
Right.
But happy birthday. We might sing.
Put the screwdriver
back.
up, please.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Sorry.
We're
So, how are you guys this evening?
about 93.7.
93.7.
We're good.
Yes, we're great. Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, thank you.
We're excited to be here. So
Yes, I'm happy that you guys are here. And I just want to say, Steve Barry from he's saying hi to everybody.
Hi.
And like I told you before, I'm just looking down, not being rude. So we're just going to talk about whatever comes up.
Okay.
I want to point out that me and Richel are wearing shirts that are kind of, I mean, hers is nicer, but we're kind of on the same page a little bit.
yeah. Yeah. I feel like
Mine's this.
I can't get up like that, Taryn. Please. I'm a delight. It's with a period though, so I feel like it's kind of sarcastic. I was hoping that would help my RBF, but I think that it only adds to it.
I love it. Now, I think if the F word was in there, that would add to it for sure.
Okay.
Right?
Well, yeah. Do you
Right?
already put that though at the end or?
But I do like it. I like the I'm a delight. Then you know what you should do? Make a shirt. I'm a delight 93.7.
93.7. Yeah.
I knew I was going to come up with something tonight. I'm going to be a millionaire before it's over.
So let's just we'll talk about whatever. But for anybody that doesn't know who you are, I don't know how. Wow, all these comments just popped up, and they weren't there. But so for anybody who would love a dance party, yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
So let's just start like how you guys know each other for a really long time prior to ever being on Ghost Hunters and stuff like that. I mean, like you guys did you guys grow up together? I mean, you would think you guys grew up together, like you guys have known each other for your entire life.
Because he didn't say anything about my hair when I got here. He's significantly older than me. He's aging like fine wine and I'm aging like curdled milk, but we're about 12 years in age.
I mean, it's give or take. Please give.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm older and whatever. Okay?
Hi, Sherry.
Oh, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Yeah, so did we become friends in 2016 or 2017?
What's the both?
Yeah. So we like to say that we've been friends since 2016, 2017 of this lifetime.
Yeah.
But because
we're supposed
like we've known each other for ages, we do live like 5 minutes from each other.
Mm-hmm.
She did the hands.
She did the hands.
Thanks, Sherry.
I love it. But yeah, so What was the question again?
Well, I was just saying, like, how you guys got into the, like, were you guys, like, you guys were, have you guys always lived that close, or you just kind of found each other at some point and said, hey, we like to ghost hunt, or were you guys friends first and then got into that? You know what I mean? And
we
act like we froze.
how's it? I'm still going. Can you hear me?
Yes,
but you froze.
We froze with you, so it's not awkward. Okay. Hi, Brandon. Hey. Okay, so we have crossed paths before.
Okay.
And I had a paranormal team that...
He started a paranormal team the year I graduated high school.
Now, that's really ridiculous that she brought that up.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Really? 2007?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The year you graduated?
Yeah.
Well, this is the end of that friendship. Never.
I was gonna say I'm gonna get a newer model.
You guys really are more. It's more than friendship. Like, you can totally tell that, like, you guys. No. Like, you could tell that you guys are like brother, sister, best friends. Like, it's a solid, like, foundation there somewhere.
Like 100, not 90.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
90.
There's not 100.
Well, I didn't actually want her on the team when I first heard of her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I had, like, her sister was a part of the team, and she was awesome. And I just was like, I like her. I have a bunch of people. I don't really, like, thank you.
I feel like we need, okay, so me and my sister investigated.
Right.
And, like, we didn't have a team. We just investigated and went and did stuff together. Then, not shortly after, but she moved back into town or whatever. And she's like, I found this paranormal team in Alton that I'm going to join. Do you want to come with me? And I told her to go ahead and go without me and see if it's a cult. And if not, then maybe I'll join.
Right.
So she went and she's like, I love them. Like, I'm joining. And I was like, cool. Can I come too next time? She's like, I'll ask the co-founder, Brian, and see what he says. I was like, all right. Well, he said no. Like, multiple times.
Yeah.
To me coming. And I finally was like, there's enough ghosts to go around. Like, why can't I don't have to be a part of the team. Why can't I just show up and investigate and then I'll leave and you never have to talk to me again? And he finally said yes. And then
I'm a softie.
Finally, it sounded like it was a lot harder than
it was a good couple of months at least. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm persistent as F.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was going to cuss, but I don't know if that's allowed.
No, you can. You can.
Okay, because it's going to happen.
There's people watching.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can, for sure.
Well, I didn't. It was a great decision when
Jason says, "Cuss away." Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, Jay's been on. He knows. He gets.
What's up, man?
Well, I'm persistent as fuck. Okay, so there we go.
Yeah, she does, and that's what it was. So I was like, okay, you know what? She looks like she can do it. Let's go ahead, and we give her a shot. We flipped a coin on it. Okay.
He made me flip a coin. A coin to see if I was on the team or not.
Oh, wow.
We never found the coin.
So we never really knew if she was on or not. And like last year, we're in Georgia. Kind of like stop the vehicle as we're driving. I'm like, we never found the coin.
He told me get out. He stopped the car on the road to get out. I was like, we're in the middle of nowhere.
Oh my
so God. We flipped the coin again. And
she's a part, whatever.
I'm a part of the team now.
Yeah. Now she's
now that's funny because your sister started now. Then she was still a part, and because then you guys kind of just
she was a part of the team for a while, but then she kind of stepped back away from it. She opened her own business and it's doing well, and it takes up a lot of her time. She's got 5 kids, like she's got a lot of stuff.
Take up a lot of time. It does.
Yeah. So
that's how it started.
That's awesome. And then, so then you guys are doing your thing, right? You guys are ghost hunting and you guys are this paranormal team and stuff. How did all of a sudden ghost hunters, how did that all happen? I mean, that had to like totally change so much.
It was
Guys.
luck.
Well, honestly, yeah,
Like-
because we had done 2 or 3 different little like not podcasts, but like Skype interviews for possible like different show type things and everything, and nothing ever really worked out. We didn't even actually.
We never reached out or applied for anything.
No.
Right.
People just contacted Brian because Riverbend Paranormal is well known in our area, and I feel like it's well respected in our area. So the name is known. So people reached out, and by the time that the people for Ghost Hunters came through, we kind of, I don't want to say we were over it, but we're like, this isn't going to amount to anything or anything come from it. So I was unapologetically myself.
So was I.
Like-
Literally, I came from a sewer line that I had just installed. I was wearing big bib overalls. I saw a number on my phone that I didn't recognize. Immediately thought it was a bill collector. So I went outside and was like, okay, didn't pay the cable bill. Better go check this out before my wife figures it out. And it was, hey, would you like to do an interview for a possible paranormal show?
Right.
So I was like, okay, we've done a couple of these. I know the routine. It's no big deal. They're never going to call you back anyway. So let's just go sit down there in these bibs and answer questions. Got some questions. The guy was like, I love you. And I was like, well, I love you too. And then he was like, I know that you have this team. I said, you can talk to anybody on the team you want. Who do you work with the most? I said, I work with Richel all the time. Like,
Right.
we don't separate.
Right.
Hey,
So
we don't
can I
separate.
ask when that changed for you though? Because at first you were so anti Richel, and now you're. I don't want to be without.
I like you already. You're giving the answers.
See, I feel like I'm
you
getting abused
want
here.
answers.
6 to 7 minutes after. Like,
I mean, after you flip the coin and said,
Well, if I'm going to be honest here, I had not met her, which helped a lot because I didn't want her. So when I finally met her, it became really easy because she's very easy on the eyes. So
yes, I'll give you that.
okay, so
Thank you.
I was kind of like,
100% on that
yeah,
one.
like 120%.
93.7.
No, this is 120.
That's
I
100.
literally, she showed up to the building that we were at, and I kind of was like, like, so that's your, okay, yeah, let's talk to her. Like, we should do an interview right now. I couldn't come up with anything to ask her, and it was just like, yeah, I think you're going to be in if you can. What does it say?
Sherry, she said, Brian, tell the truth. The coin
Yeah, I
has.
didn't hear about the point at all. It was just trying to make me look. She was in.
Oh, but you were trying to, trying to
Trying to be hard.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the boss, but I wasn't. Like, I saw her and I was
Clearly, she's the boss. Clearly.
Well, when she came down there, and I was like, well, she's the new founder of the group. Like, she's in.
That's great.
He's totally in.
Because I was like, are you going to take notes? Are we going to do this?
Like, and then I have to come up with this interview, like the questions to ask her, and I was like, she's already in. She don't even know it. I don't care what she answers.
I will tell you right now, he did not ask me a single paranormal question at all. And shortly after I got on the team, I took over interviewing people to be on the team because I was like, your questioning doesn't have anything to do
Well,
with this.
she was in, and I felt like this was going to be a great leader, obviously, and I felt like she was going to take control of most of the team, and yeah, it was perfectly placed.
It worked. It worked.
It worked. Yeah, the questions I asked her were.
If I had a birthday party, would I pick Kenny Chesney or Lady Gaga to perform?
And your answer was
Lady Gaga. So immediately she was in. I like Lady Gaga. So she was in, and I don't even know who Kenny Chesney was. So I was kind of like, if you say Kenny, I don't even know where that even came up, but she was in regard. Even if she said Kenny, I was like, absolutely. That's what I thought. That's what I would have went with.
He hates country.
I'm not a country music person, but
like, back to your question.
Yeah, where are we?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of my fault. I kind of like interrupted there when I said about where did the love happen, and then
and then it went off.
Right.
But when they reached out to us and we did the Skype interviews and then they flew us out to California. Oh, thank you.
I can't read any of that.
Somebody's loving her hair.
But flew us out to California, which Brian and I had never been on camera ever. We forgot that the cameras were rolling at some point in time, and we fought a few times on the camera.
Are we going to tell the story?
We can in a second. And the crazy thing about it was we didn't know that it was for ghost hunters until we signed our contract, and they called us and said, "Congratulations, you're a ghost hunter." And I was like, "Well, yeah." I already knew that. And they're like, "No, you're on the show, Ghost Hunters." I was like, "Huh."
Oh, wow.
That makes
Talk about aiming for
difficult.
the fences.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah. The luck there, right?
I was like, that's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
Like, did we talk to Brian already?
Yeah, I didn't know either. I was like, oh, for real? I'm going to puke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing about it was that me and him made a pact before we ever even went out to California or whatnot, that if one of us got the show and the other one did it, neither one of us were going to do it.
Right.
And
to me, I think that's amazing that you guys are like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could just see that your friendship goes back centuries. It's more than a friendship. Like there's definitely, like, I remember somebody telling me one time that it was like a medium I had gone to a long time ago. Had said that, certain people are in your lives every lifetime. If you believe in past lives and stuff like that, they could be in a different way. Like, like my dad could have been my brother, or my dad could have been my best friend, but he was somebody that's always been in my life in many lifetimes. I think when you find that person, you know what I mean? Like you just, it's just easy.
Yeah.
And I love it. And you even said that to me, Brian, when I reached out to you about coming on, because I said, would you like to come on? And you said, I will, but I'm not coming on without Richel. And I said, I would love to have both of you on. Like, I didn't expect like that. Some people might take that offensively. Like, like I'm not coming on, but I was just like, oh my God, no, I would love to have you both on.
I always, when someone messages, I'm like I always say we're a unit.
Yep. It's a unit.
Richel, I love it.
Yeah. You know who came up with that? His wife. Started calling us Brichel. You know what his wife's name is? Michelle.
Oh.
Which is so bad sometimes.
Yes, you can't mess that up.
No, you have to like really pronounce the first letters. R or M.
I like how you.
I did the R roll.
Yeah, do it again.
I can't even do that.
I can't. Well, it's just I'm fluent in Spanish. I'm not.
You're fluent in cat. That's like a cat purr. It's a cat purr.
Okay, listen to his cat purr.
That's good. That's
right?
So my cats.
Really on the spot there, bud.
I know. But you did it. You nailed it.
I did, and didn't even ask anything else. She's like, do the purr.
I told you she's the boss.
Do the roar. Do the roar.
No, we're not doing any more of that.
Isn't that off of Shrek? That ugly little kid that's like, do the roar. Do the...
Okay.
Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
She's having a good time.
You know what I'm talking about?
What, on Shrek? Which one?
When that like ugly little kid with the pinch face is like, do the roar.
Oh.
I didn't spit anything out. I have a hair on me. Did you spit out?
Well, you went like this. That means you.
Because I have a hair on me.
Okay, anyways.
Sorry.
One of my peaches says it's her son's favorite movie.
All right. So it made sense when I said it. Okay. Move your hand.
Your butt?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So you guys, okay, you figure out like, I mean, at that moment, you gotta be like, holy shit. I mean, you still had to be like, is this really going to happen?
The reason why we say holy shit is because, like she said, we had never been on camera before.
Right.
So we are doing an investigation.
And I can tell you right now, this is a job interview, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
We aren't putting our best foot forward.
At all.
And we aren't looking good as a unit.
Not even close.
Like, we're basically Who was it?
Why don't you
Screw in the
guys-
pooch.
Yeah,
if
why don't you
would
guys
say?
find the plane tickets home now?
Yeah.
Because you suck.
How
Like-
could they not love you guys though?
Well,
They ended up-
wait till you hear this.
They loved us. Thank God.
This is probably my favorite thing to ever tell people, because now we're doing an investigation in front of cameraman, producers.
It's the
like
7.
this is the
93.7. It's the 7.
yes. So we're investigating this. I don't even remember what it was, but we were investigating, and we know how each other operate.
Right.
So we just kind of went in there and was doing what we would normally do. At one point, we started hearing some noises outside, or noises. So we reacted just like we would. And this is so fun. Richel, this is the question she asked with the cameras. I'm getting close because this is intense.
I asked a stupid question, okay? I worded it wrong.
It wasn't stupid. There's no
but
stupid
based
questions.
off the
Right.
story that I had told you previously, the fact that he's making fun of me for wording
I'm not
something
making fun.
wrong
This is brilliant.
is rich.
I
all right?
love this whole thing.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we're hearing noises. We react to the noises. What could this be? Yeah, that's what we're doing. Oh, what is this?
Right.
And then Richel asks, "Hey, Brian." Yes, Richel. Do you think they had farm animals back in the 1800s? Now, did you hear that question? Cameras on us, job interview, producers, all the jazz. And she asked if there were farm animals in the 1800s. I just looked at her like this.
Oh, Richel, I love you. I'm not laughing at you.
I
I'm not
looked, I looked
You
at
can
her,
laugh at me. It's stupid. I understand
but
that.
I was like, "Are you
No.
serious? Are you
Okay.
serious?"
Yeah, he says that. Are you serious? Okay, before I tell you how I responded to him and his kindness, I'm going to tell you what I meant. Were there farm animals that close to the house back then? Because
We're from the Midwest.
we have our farms have acres. Okay. The animals aren't right upside your door, like right there. They aren't.
Right.
Also, there were alpacas and all types of stuff, which
We ain't even seen that shit before.
I'm like, there's a llama somewhere out here. Alpaca. I was like, what's the
How do
difference?
you know the difference?
We
I
didn't know.
know. I
They
would
both spit, right? I don't know. Is that camel? I don't know.
So do camels. I was going to say
Yeah.
that. Yeah. But yes, you're right. One of them does.
But they had them like right, like you walk out the door and there it is.
Oh my gosh.
So I didn't know if it was maybe one of the animals making a noise
Right.
or I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I worded it wrong. It came out stupid. I get that. He was so kind to tell me I was stupid.
I did not say she was
He
stupid.
started laughing. He was like,
I did not call her
and he's
stupid.
like, oh, didn't they have farm animals back in the 1800s? Seriously, Rochelle? Like, really? You asked that question? Basically saying you're stupid because he was doing it in that voice.
I wasn't doing it. I
Little
don't even,
did we know that was the question that got the production people to be like, boom.
They're like,
That's
she
it.
thinks outside the box. Look at that.
I was thinking we'll be home by 5 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, I was like, they're going to pull us from it now. But I forgot that there was a camera
Right.
So did I.
because he was making fun of me and he also forgot there was a camera. And I turned and looked at him and said, you don't have to be such a dick. I said, I swear to God, you say stupid shit all the time. And I, majority of the time, let it go. I say one stupid thing and you just keep coming at me. I was like, you're a real fucking asshole. You know that? And then the camera guy starts giggling.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
then me and him, remember, we're on camera.
And it was one of
my
these moments.
And I was like, but it was a stupid question. You were so
And
right
I'm
to
like,
catch it.
you know what?
And
You're
like,
out of the box. I love it.
I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like,
I think
anyway,
that's great.
because I don't know. Like, what do you,
How do
you recover from that?
It's interesting to hear that you said that you forgot the cameras were there because
Yeah.
that's always like one of the biggest things you think about. Like for somebody like me, like I've never been in that situation before, so like you always think like you'll naturally are going to be different because the cameras, right? You're naturally going to try to, watch what you say or whatever, just because of the cameras, but
Mhm.
the fact that you guys are like, just being yourselves, which
Well,
was
we generally just operate like we operate, no different with a camera, without a camera. On a daily basis, it's always pretty much the same. That's the way we have always been, and we're not going to change that for anybody. So
yeah, you shouldn't
we
have to,
just,
right?
we
I
just
mean,
went and did our thing. And
Yeah.
Also, I will say the cameramen are really good
yeah,
that they get you without realizing you're on camera. I don't understand how it works.
right.
But we were actually on stairs and they were at the bottom of the stair.
Oh,
So like
so
they went down and we were coming down too when I
Yeah.
asked the stupid question. So we stopped on the stairs and they were like shooting up at us, but we were focused on each other and not on
right. Gotcha.
them.
Not thinking like somebody was watching.
Yeah.
but it worked out.
It did work out.
It did work.
The funny thing is, once we started filming for Ghost Hunters, I kept backing out of the way of the camera guy.
Because you don't want to be.
He's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm trying to get out of your way,
I'm literally just
so you
stretching my knee.
can get the shot." And he said, "You are the shot."
Oh, you're so cute.
And he's like, "You're the subject I'm trying to get." He's like, "So when you keep moving away from Brian to get out of my way, because you're like, oh, he's trying to see something." He's like, "I'm trying to see you." I was like,
That's awesome.
"No." He also told me, "Quit looking in the camera. I'm not here." I'm like, "But you are here." And we heard something and we are debating on where it came from. Brian
Right.
says that way. I said this way. We need a tiebreaker. You have ears. You're here. Which way did it go?
Right.
Come from?
Right.
I can't. I'm not supposed to tell you. Like, I can't say anything. I was like, "Which way did it come from?" And he's like, "That way." I was like, "I was right. Let's go." This is a tiebreaker, please. But
So that was it.
That's awesome. And then so you guys did the one season now, and I know you guys have remained. You're good friends with Sherry and Jay and them and stuff like.
Mhm.
And what?
Absolutely.
I said we love them.
Oh yeah, they're great. I love them so much. They literally are such a bless. Like I'm truly blessed to know them. Like really, I mean, I have so much fun with them. Anytime I see them somewhere and we hang out, I like how I'm laughing with you guys. I laugh with them. Like we just have so much fun. Do you guys plan on working with them in the future? I don't know if you can say anything. A lot of times people come on my show and they're like, I can't say anything, but, which I get if you can't. But I was just curious because, that would be cool to see.
I mean, I think it'd be cool to see too.
I think it would be cool to see too.
Just saying.
We're investigators, and wherever that leads us,
Yeah.
we're happy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But the chance to work with anybody of that stature would be amazing.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
I mean, I've looked up to those guys for the longest time. So
Me too. I always say, like, Jason, before I met him, I started watching Ghost Hunters when it first came out.
me too.
It was before I was even into the paranormal. I was afraid of it for a very long time, but I still watched that show. I thought that show was amazing. Still think it's amazing.
It is.
The only one, it's what I watch. And like when Ghost Hunters came out with Grant, I watched that too. You know what I mean? So I was watching I was watching Ghost Nation and Ghost Hunters, and I was just because that's what
I mean. We've learned so much.
Yeah.
From all those guys.
Yeah.
That it's been like that's a set of knowledge that's it. You can't replace that.
No way.
You know what I mean? Like as far as like everything that they've just talked to us, and just being able to pick their brains on different things and different situations, that's been awesome for us.
Yeah.
To even be associated with the name Ghost Hunters,
right,
is an honor.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I can tell you when I started this hobby, never in a million years did I think it was going to take me this way.
Right.
Like, it wasn't even a goal.
Right. I hear you. I hear
Because
you.
that sounds
we were
snotty,
hanging
but
out
like
as friends.
I didn't
It really
think
doesn't.
I was like, I'm just doing it for fun,
Right.
because I enjoy it.
Uh-huh.
Get to help people out, which is fun, and get to do it with my best friend. And never in a million years did I think it would lead us down this path. And I feel really lucky. And I feel really lucky that I get to do it with him.
Yeah, that's great.
That was sweet of
That
me.
was real sweet of
I'm
her.
a delight.
She's a delight.
He's a delight.
So good. Actually, everybody's been extremely awesome to us.
Yeah.
We go to the conventions, like people that come up and meet us and tell us that they, seen an episode or what those guys, everybody's been awesome to us. We've really had nobody come up and just were asses or told us they didn't like us. Even, how social media can be sometimes. We didn't even get a lot of that during the.
I only had 2 things that I really got that I remember that stuck in my head. Because they tweeted at me. Like, they said at Stratton Richel. And I was like, okay. And one said hashtag boring. And I laughed at that one. They're both very funny to me. I laughed at that one because I'm like, never in my life have I been told I was boring. Ever.
But like why? And me and Sherry were just talking about this. Like, because somebody put something about her being boring. And I'm like,
I think it's because we're quiet when we're investigating.
Because you're not going, oh my God, it's a demon.
If I freaked out or had an emotion, I'd be a drama queen.
Right.
So they said hashtag boring, and I kind of laughed. I was like, never in my life have I ever been called boring.
Right.
Ever. And then the other one, which really got me, and I almost responded, but I didn't, tweeted at Stratton Richel, hashtag disappointment.
Ew.
And I was like, I've heard I'm a disappointment before, but why don't you tune in next week to see how I disappoint you again? Because I guarantee I'll do it.
Yeah. I mean, like, what
that one, they both cracked me up because I was like, just one word, so simple. And I was like, no, don't engage. At that point in time, they're like, don't engage with people.
Right.
You'll be getting in fights. I was like, I'm so mouthy.
But I'm over here like, okay, John 86753. I want to know where you live now.
Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I do have a photographic memory, and I will let you know that if you come up to me at any of these paragons and you've said that, and I've seen it, I will just say hashtag disappointed.
Yeah. I told Sherry. So Sherry said she got this message the other day. She can't respond, right? Naturally, I go into like protective mode. Like I'm like, well, I'll respond, right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like Facebook hates me. I get put in jail all the time. So I had to create this fake real account to still go live on Paranormal Brew. So I was going to use the girl's words and throw it back at her because she put something about her daughter, right? And I was going to say
Sherry's daughter.
No. So she wrote Sherry. She was like,
I was about ready to get on my phone.
No. Sorry, that came out wrong.
I was like, we bringing kids into it, huh? Okay.
Well, I was going to, because this woman, like, not Sherry's kids, but she inboxed Sherry about, like, she's like, so, just want to let you know, something about, since you've been on the show, I haven't watched because you're boring or something like that. Well, this woman puts up a post about her so proud of her daughter. Thank you to somebody else for always letting her go over your house. So I was going to use her word to go, just so you know, not a fan. I don't even go on Jackie Patel's page anymore because you're just so boring. Like, I was going to use it. I was like,
I love you.
Like, I don't know. I was just going to put.
Yeah. I feel like if you start it,
right,
then the gloves are off.
Right.
That's why I have to not do things, because I go for the jugular.
Yep. I do too.
That saying, you want to be funny, I can be hilarious.
But then
feelings are going to be hurt.
Yeah.
If they say something back,
then I go harder.
But then they're going to get to that point where they say something, and then this guy's not going to like that too much.
Yeah.
I'm protective.
Right. And I love that. And you know what? In this field, if you will, people are just nasty. You know, it's so cutthroat. There's drama, and people are just not nice.
Well, and we've been lucky though. We haven't had
Somebody's agreeing with me. I know. I literally, like, I don't like bullies. And to me, that's bullying, you know, and I get very I get very, but see, Facebook will look at me like the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
And then they, will block me, ban me, put me in jail, something like that.
Well, I think you're also a delight.
I am a delight. I am.
Yes.
So I debated yesterday writing on this woman's wall, but I was like, but I got Brichel coming on. I was like, I can't go in jail until after that. I was like,
So as soon as this is done, you're going.
Yeah.
I was like, because they're going to see it. They're going to be like, oh, okay.
Like, not again. Jeez.
I know. They were just
I need
waiting.
to get glasses.
You have glasses.
I
You
can't
don't wear
find
them.
I can't find them.
Do you want to wear my glasses?
So what are you guys doing? Like, what are you guys doing now? I mean, just for people that don't know, I mean, obviously I follow Riverband Paranormal. I'm a part of that, and I see you guys. I love all the adventures that you guys. Oh my gosh, are they your glasses?
Those
Yeah.
are hers, but I don't think
So
they're
amazing. I'll join you.
You are blind as a bat.
Are they readers? Or just
No, they're regular glasses, and I'm not
Well,
blind.
thank you, but you're way worse than me.
I can read it. Can you?
No, but I can't
So how
read it
is
if I had glasses.
So how am I worse? I don't have my glasses on.
Yours
Hi,
are
David.
worse for me. Is that a word? What's the question? What was the question?
I said hi.
Who
Oh my
said
God,
hi?
Yeah, somebody
Michelle.
was just saying hi.
What?
Oh my
Somebody was
God,
saying hi.
Michelle. Stop, kids.
Oh, hi, David. Okay,
Yeah.
so
So what do you guys? I'm gonna say on a give me a 3 to 4 haunting. 3 or 4.
you want a 3 or 4 haunting?
3 or 4.
I'm kidding. All right. I know this is tough for you guys to say because of your position and everything like that. But could you at least say like what's one of your most favorite places that you guys have been that you would love to go back a million times and something that really I don't want to use the word affected because everybody takes that the wrong way, but a place that hit
I'll
home.
tell you a place I enjoyed.
Okay.
Okay, so haunted locations are like my children. I
Yeah.
love them all, but for very different reasons.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's a good explanation. I like that.
Love y'all. Different reasons I love you. One place that I enjoyed while we were filming, my favorite location while we were filming would have to have been the Perry Mansfield Performing Arts Camp. It was in Colorado. It was beautiful, but every building that we went into, we had activity within 5 minutes.
That's awesome.
I mean, responses like knocks to questions and things like that. And things moved in there. So it wasn't like you did an EVP session and you got nothing. And then you had to wait to review your evidence to see if you got any answers. It sounded like people were answering the questions while they
it
were
was
in there.
very, very active.
Yes. So I really enjoyed that place.
On the show, I really liked Fort Stanton, New Mexico, and I
That was
also
a good one.
liked Windover Airfield. I like military stuff because I was in the military.
Oh, I do too.
Oh,
I wasn't in the military, but thank you for your service, by the
Well,
way.
thank you. They hit home. They hit me hard. Like I'm really invested in, especially if it's got stuff to do with soldiers, Marines, whatever.
Yeah.
So
I
I
love
like
that stuff too.
as far as locations. Well, I think I've got 2 other ones for that too. I mean, the Conjuring House is amazing.
Yes.
We were fortunate enough to be there for a few weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and
I was going with just the show.
okay, well, take it back.
Definitely out there.
Yeah, didn't I say all, not show wise?
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
We like them all.
I was looking at them.
Well, how was it spending a couple weeks in one location?
Exhausting
Hardest
and awesome.
investigation that I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah, because you couldn't get out of it. When you go,
You couldn't decompress it all.
no, you
Oh,
were always
yeah.
in the
Yeah,
elements.
makes
And
sense.
when we were there, we weren't trying to do like an active seek out, find out what's going on. We were living like a family would live in a place.
Yeah.
when you have a family that lives in a home that's active, they're generally not walking around doing EVP sessions or trying to find out what's going on. They're having experiences that are happening around them that they're like, that scared me, you know? So we
Yeah.
went into the Conjuring house trying not to walk around and, who are you? It was more, let's put ourselves in the mindset of who would live there.
The homeowners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it was awesome too because there was no pressure. Like Jen and Corey knew, like when they purchased the house, they knew it was haunted. That's why they bought it.
Right.
So we didn't have to. No one was looking to us for answers,
Right.
or help. So it was really, there wasn't any pressure to it. We got to investigate and, do different things that we wanted to try out and kind of just be in the element, which was awesome.
But
I
very
will
tiring.
say that I never thought ever as a paranormal investigator, I would say what I had said, what it was like the second or third night before we left. We were averaging like 2 to 3 hours of sleep a night.
Oh.
Okay? Because equipment was going off or beds were getting bumped, like just so much activity. At one point in time, retainers in and everything. Okay. Something goes off. We go. My eyes are like, I'm trying to open them. And I'm about in tears. And I look at Kendall. I said, do we have enough evidence where we don't have to get up anymore? I never thought, and I'd be like, I don't care what you want to tell me right now. I'm so tired.
Oh my God.
But I had that sweet list because I had my retainers. And I was like, can we just stop getting up, please? I'm so sleepy, guys.
It was funny. But it wasn't funny at the moment because we just get to sleep and something to happen and we'd have to get up and it was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
We got it. You're doing stuff.
See, I give you guys. So me and my peaches, we stayed at the Hinsdale and we stayed there for the weekend. We went from Friday to Sunday and we noticed like the first night we had some stuff happen, but it was the second night, there was a lot more that happened. And we kept saying to ourselves, like, if we had one more night, that maybe we would get more, and the second night I was sleeping on my blow up mattress with my Jossie, this one here, who I love more than anything. But so we're sitting there and we hear what sounds like somebody walk into the kitchen. And we thought it was one of our other girls. So we thought she was going to be coming into the living room. Nobody ever came. So we're looking at each other and she's like, I don't want to get out of bed. Like, she's like, people are going to be so disappointed in us, but I don't want to get out of bed and go see. And we're like, yeah, we're not going.
Sometimes I feel like it's just like.
And that was only 2 nights. At least you guys have you had like, how many?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was exhausting, but it was probably, it was definitely well worth it.
Yes.
It was an experience that probably never will. 2 weeks is a long time.
I would do it.
It is.
I would definitely do it again.
I would do it.
I want to go for a month.
I would do it.
Why did I go so high?
I know.
But you know what? I mean,
I'm like, let's just do 7 months. How about we just do it for the rest of our time? Let's just move in.
How about half the year we live there and half the year,
I didn't even talk to her about it. I'm like, we're doing it for 45 days.
Yeah.
No food.
How about 93 days?
And 7
I'll
days
do
off.
7.
That's great.
Somebody had a question. I want to get it up. It said, legit question. Is there a theory you may have that isn't a popular one?
That's a great question.
To get us canceled.
Oh.
David, I'll have to get back to you on that. I don't know. I don't think any of them are like super, like, I don't know. That's a good question that no one's ever asked.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
Theory for me, and this is going to be a very unpopular one for me. But I don't like spirit boxes and SB7s and stuff like that. I feel like, things like that, when people, I believe, like, we always say, oh, spirits don't act on cue. You don't know if you could go into the most haunted location and you have a dead night.
Yeah.
No pun.
I think
Right?
I think
Or
oh, sorry.
no.
No, you're
Well, I was just saying, like, or you could go, but like, so how is it that when you turn on an SB7, you're having a full on conversation with somebody? For me, it just doesn't work that way.
I've only been a part of one spirit box session that actually made me go,
Yeah.
I actually think that might have been something. But it was because the responses were so clear
And specific.
yes.
Yeah.
So clear, so specific, it wasn't even funny. I'm not into orbs, David.
he said Richel won't admit she's into orbs. LOL.
I
think I got one.
You think you got one?
I think I got one.
Okay.
This might ruin shit.
Okay.
Okay, but I personally believe this is me. This isn't even her.
I don't even know what he's gonna say, and that's saying something.
This is tough. But I do believe that these newer recorders, audio recorders,
I agree with this.
don't capture as much
EVPs
as $35, $40 one.
A cheaper recorder is better.
I agree. I say it all the time.
Why? It's because these newer recorders are used to drown out different sounds because they're used for guitars and like studio albums and things like that, where it's tuning out things to get that crisp, clear audio.
It gets rid of the white noise, and that's where you get your EVP.
So that's
where you need.
That's what I would think.
I agree with you 100%.
I agree with him on that.
I do too. So I'm a big EVP. That's my thing. EVPs, and I can hear disembodied voices. I get them on my recorder. So for me, people are like, oh, what recorders do you have? I'm like, I like an Olympus. Like I have ones that are $20 and I have one that's 120. The one that's $20, I get so much more on it. Like it's not about
$35 one that I just bought a couple weeks ago that I love a lot.
He does. He was talking about this past week and he's like, oh my God, I love this.
What brand is it?
I have no clue.
Oh.
But I'll send you a picture of it.
Yeah.
Literally, I got on the eBay.
The eBay.
That's a thing. And I looked down the list and I was like, let me check. Oh, that one looks cool. And I picked it up, got it to the house, and I love it. It's very clear.
And it's loud. You know when you try to replay back and you have to be like this?
Yeah.
To hear it? This one's loud.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes.
Okay. So an unpopular theory that I have or whatever, it's not an unpopular, it's just a preference. I don't like a lot of equipment.
Me neither.
I want a recorder.
That's it.
Half the time I don't even bring a flashlight. Like, I don't want it. I think there's tons of equipment that is cool. But it takes away from the investigation for me. I'm too busy worried about it.
Yep. I agree.
I will say thermals are awesome, but I don't want to use it.
I know.
I'm looking at this screen to see anything. I don't know what's going on because I'm paying attention to a little box this big. And then when I try to look up, I can't see because I've been staring at orange and pink and blue and all this other stuff.
Anybody that knows me, Richel, knows I feel exactly the same way you do. And even on investigations, I barely have any equipment. I have this little tiny suitcase that I have stuff in, but I don't use. When you first start out, you think you got to buy all this shit, right? And I mean, I say shit respectfully. I'm not trying to disrespect.
You mean it's stuff?
Yes, I don't mean this, but I have like 2 trigger props that I might put out. It makes noise, so I can walk away. And if something happens, but still, I don't base my evidential findings or data on that. For me, EVPs are.
Yeah.
To me, there's
so much more. There's so much that you can figure out with an EVP. And I've said this before.
Yeah.
You get so much more information off of an EVP versus something visual. Like an EVP, you find out if it's a man, a woman, a child. You can see if it's intelligent or residual. based off of if it responded to you or it's just making a random statement. I don't know. I just feel like you get so much more information with just a little piece of evidence.
Sorry.
Versus visual. It's like, yes, that's cool to see.
Right.
But what did you get from it?
Right.
You know what? You saw something, but like you saw a shape of a person. Did it look like a man or did it look like a woman? Because like depending on
how you perceive it.
yeah.
Even. Like me and you could see the same thing, but you might see it a totally different way than what I see it, right?
Yeah.
And Brian might say, no, that was just, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I didn't see anything.
If you guys agree, I agree. It's just easier.
Only 97 or 93.7.
937.
That's going to stick.
It is going to stick. It is. It totally is.
Our new hashtags.
Yeah.
I love it.
But yeah, and that's my thing. Like, honestly, I have in all my, I've been doing this 15, 20 years now. I have one picture and I have taken a million pictures. I don't even bring my camera out anymore because, you know, and like I'm good friends with Kenny Biddle and he's all data and all this and that, right? He would be so disappointed in me because I'm not using stuff. But like for me, I'm not trying to prove it to anybody. I believe in it and I believe in the experiences I have. And I believe when I'm not having, you know, when I'm not engulfed in all of that stuff, I'm feeling the location more. I'm hearing things more, you know, and it's just a different experience instead of where are we going to put all this equipment up? What are we going to do with all this equipment? Get Haunted and Paranormal Blonde this past weekend. I wish I could have made it, but they went to the Hoover House. They did an investigation with no equipment.
Yeah.
Except a recorder. And I said, that is my, like, I would be all about doing an investigation that way.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a question or a statement or a comment.
This is going to be unpopular.
I have an unpopular thing. I just thought about it.
I need to.
Let's all talk about our unpopulars now.
Here, if I move a little bit, my knee is locked up.
Oh, no.
I need to like switch real quick.
Yeah.
But that's why I got to.
No, do whatever you got to do.
I just need to sit down here.
You need to be a weirdo and sit on the. Oh, so I have to move too because you.
Is this okay?
Yes. Hey, you tell me.
It's just that young age of 207. That's good, right?
Well, this is uncomfortable.
Well, we're just getting used to things. All right. Is this okay?
Yes. I mean, on my end, yeah, you guys look great. Richel, are you comfy?
You're laying down.
It doesn't matter. This shoulder will start hurting. It's fine.
I'll hold you up.
Aw, I love you guys so much.
I don't know if I want to say it because I feel like people are going to get mad at me, and I don't want.
Why?
Huh?
People everybody has. I'm wearing.
I can read the stuff.
Wow. Oh, now you can read.
Well,
that's because you weren't sitting in the.
I wasn't saying that. That sounded mean, but I wasn't. I was like, oh, now you can read.
No, I can't.
He couldn't read earlier, could he? No, he couldn't.
He's trying to build up his case for making you lay down and your shoulder hurting later on. You know what I mean?
I'll help her out.
So I don't want you guys to get mad at me, okay? And I feel like you might.
Do you want to tell me first?
Nobody. Who's going to get mad?
Well,
I feel like some people might get mad, and I don't mean it in a bad way at all, okay? Because I love the paranormal.
I do too.
I want the paranormal to be a science. I do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want it to be a recognized science. But unfortunately,
you want to run this by me?
I think you know what I'm going to say. I told you it before.
I don't know what this is.
David said, "Here comes the orb confession."
Right.
No, unfortunately, I don't feel like it will ever be recognized as a science.
Oh,
right.
I thought we were going somewhere else.
Right.
There are so many factors into what we believe helps activity. Moon phases, the humidity, the weather, like barometric pressure, like people's energies, you know, like the temp, like everything goes into what affects paranormal activity. And I don't think that they'll will ever recognize it as a science, because you cannot do an experiment to replicate all of the things at the same time.
Right.
She's a smart little lady.
But that's not an unpopular. I mean, I believe that too. That's why I'm not stressing about, oh, evidential data and all this and that. You know what I mean? Like, listen, here he is, our favorite skeptic. Hi, Biddle. I call him Biddler, but yeah, he's going to totally hate this conversation right now, but it's true. He's actually coming on an investigation with me and my peaches. We're going to the Shanley Hotel. I've never been there.
Okay.
So it'll be my first.
I haven't either. We haven't either.
Yeah. So it'll be my first, but Kenny's coming with. And yes. And he's I like that he's definitely somebody that I always bounce everything off of. I will go to him when I get, anything. I go to him with anything because I care about my integrity. I care about what stuff I put out there, So I want to make sure he's definitely smarter than me on the science part of things. Like I am very I believe of things that I have happen. I don't know how I'm trying to say this, but like, I believe in it already. Like there's nothing that he could ever say to me that I wouldn't believe in the paranormal side of things.
Yeah. He's a good guy to have to keep you grounded.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Thank you.
A skeptic on our team as well. That Josh. We call him our grounder.
Yeah.
Because, if we think something's going on and,
he'll bring us back to earth.
We can't, like, if people get a little like, oh my gosh, and aren't trying to debunk or really think about it, he'll step in and be like, hey guys, I think this. And he's a good guy to have around.
Sense, right? Yeah. And then you're like, oh, okay. All right. I definitely, I remember first starting out, I thought everything was paranormal.
Right.
I thought everything was paranormal, and that's not a good way to be either.
No.
You can't think everything's paranormal, but you also can't think nothing is either.
Yeah. We actually might have broke our Josh, though. I think we may have broke him. We took him somewhere.
Oh.
And he came outside with us and he looked at us and said, what the hell just happened in there? And we said, what do you think happened in there, Josh? He says, I can't explain what happened in there, and I don't really know, but like my head hurts and I can't figure out how that happened.
He had like 2 weeks of non-sleeping.
2 weeks not sleeping, 2 weeks like just randomly messaging, and was like, what the fuck?
Wow, that's crazy.
He's like, yeah, it was crazy. It was also really fun though to break him a little bit. Like, I mean, right? I'm uncomfy.
I want to be there when Biddler has his first experience. I mean, I hope he's there. I hope I'm there because I want to see his face, so go ahead. Oh, you're trying to, I thought you were going like this again because you had a question.
I'm done with the hands. I had to do it before I felt like I was going to, I don't know what I was going to do, but it was getting bad.
Wait, so
my leg.
Oh,
your hair is amazing.
Oh, see?
Don't aw.
Oh, okay, sorry. He's in
a hole and he's
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
He's like, if I say it on the internet for all to hear, they'll think that I wasn't being.
What a sweet guy.
Yeah.
Huh? Wait, before we. What?
He's a liar.
He's not. Don't say that.
He's not.
I hit her.
Wait,
you're in danger.
Okay. He says, I never try to debunk. I try to find the source of an experience or anomaly. Debunking is the result, not the intent. Very good. I love that. Yeah, I agree. He is. He does. Everybody thinks he's like just out to like take everybody down, but he doesn't. They need to understand. That's why I have him on my show, because I want people to understand him.
You like your show, by the way.
Thank you. Before we went on though, you guys were talking about cat hoarding? Did you
What?
say something about cat hoarding?
She was saying we bounce
Herding.
around.
Herding. Like herding cats?
You said you cat hoarding. I was like, you cat hoarding?
3,000 cats.
We hoard cats.
We have 3,000 of them. We can't get it.
What is it called when you have a bunch of cats? What is it called? You know, it's not like
Colony.
It's a colony? A cat colony?
A cat
No,
colony.
that's not correct. A cat
It's like a flock of birds.
Yeah, it's a colony.
a cat colony.
There has to be like, you have to have like
You don't herd cats. You herd
30.
cattle.
I said it's like herding cats with us. Have you ever tried to get a cat to do what you want?
Why did you
Because it's
say?
fucking hard.
Why didn't you say next week on cat hoarding? Yeah, we have one litter box and 3,000 cats.
Hey, have you watched that Animal Hoarders?
Oh,
No.
I can't even watch that.
What she's saying
so
is that we are a bit bouncy. We bounce around on different things. We don't actually answer questions. We
Has
just bounce.
anybody ever heard
No,
it's like
you-
herding cats?
No, you do.
Yeah, you can't do it. It's impossible.
Exactly.
But I thought you in the beginning. I thought you said something about we hoard cats, and I was like, oh, okay. Like I thought this was like a second thing that you guys did. I was
Just
like,
out of nowhere.
No.
By the
thank
way,
God I said something because in the back of my
No.
mind, this whole time I've been like, I gotta ask about this cat hoarding thing because I don't know what they're doing.
No, don't hoard cats.
we're gonna start though.
I'm
Oh my
allergic
God.
to cats.
Wait, what?
Hoarding cats or hoarding?
That would kind of fall. Oh
I
my
feel
gosh.
like if you are hoarding them, you're getting some whoring around.
Well,
you.
that's what I'm saying. That kind of goes hand in hand, doesn't it? If you're doing that, then
What are we talking about?
I have no idea. I asked a stupid question. Don't say there's no such thing as a stupid question because I just asked one and we went off like this.
I have a little bit of some congestion, and I've been told I have an accent. So maybe that's why hoarding, herding, whoring all sound the
At
same.
least I didn't think you said we were cat herding. Then I would have been like, what? Cat herding?
Cat herding, yeah.
I never even heard that.
Not you guys. I'm giving her the finger. Not you guys.
Oh, it was just like, man,
No.
like you then.
So what do you guys got coming up?
So March 18th, we're going to be at the Cheney Mansion in Jerseyville, Illinois with Dustin Perry.
Oh, cool.
We're
I
going to be
love that.
investigating. Tickets are on sale on Eventbrite.
You can look
click
at
on
our
all
social
pages.
media.
Yeah. We're going to be going to the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash.
Yay! I'll be there.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
And I'm actually my
Look
first
at
time. I'm going to be doing a lecture. I'm on a panel of people. They're doing a podcast lecture, and I'm going to be speaking.
Come
Nice.
heckle you from the audience.
We'll bring
I said all my friends are going to be there.
90. Yeah.
Hashtag boring night.
I want my 97, 90. Why do I keep saying 97?
Guys,
93.7.
93.7.
Bubble.
Every time I
That's
say
a
that,
radio.
It's a radio station. Okay, and then we'll be at Michigan Paracon.
Michigan Paracon.
Awesome. That's one I have not been to yet, but
That's
everybody says how awesome it is.
Very,
Fantastic.
very good.
And then we'll
like
be at
Fort Wayne
Paracon.
Paracon. We're gonna be there.
That sounds cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we will be Old South Pittsburgh Hospital.
Yeah, Old South Pittsburgh Hospital.
Harriman.
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 We'll be at Harriman and Old South Pittsburgh Hospital in October around my birthday.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
If anyone wants to come.
Have you guys been to Old Pittsburgh South? I hear so much about it.
The last time we were there, we seen a full body apparition.
Oh, wow.
Us with
5 other people.
it wasn't
3 other people.
3 other people, 5 of us.
Did you see
total.
how we did that? I'm like 5 other people. She's like, you're bullshitting. 3, 2. It was 1. I don't know how many people there was.
Me,
more
you.
than 1.
Quit
There-
touching my knee and my butt.
There were 6.
People, including us. One was not aware because we had her
So
doing
it was
the
5,
thing.
like I said in the beginning.
You said us and 5 other people. That's
Oh, are you going to be at Penhurst?
No.
Oh,
What was the question? Will we be at Penhurst?
yeah. Well, somebody's saying Penhurst, so I was asking.
we won't be at Penhurst that we know of yet.
Yeah.
So if you want us at
Gina,
Penhurst,
if you're watching,
if you want us at Penhurst,
yes, I
tell
will be there.
people at Penhurst that you want us there
Yes.
because we would love to come.
Yes.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Yes.
And then
I don't know. We got a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track. He keeps looking at me and I'm like,
Well, so you put this all on Riverband's Paranormal's pages, or
it's on our own
yeah.
pages. I have a link to Linktree.
I actually just asked Richel where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. Really though, I keep his money for him and I check him into the plane. I have his boarding passes. I tell him when he's supposed to be places. I tell him what gate. I tell him where our bags are at. I tell him what hotel.
I fucking lift shit.
and he I love that he protects you and he makes sure everybody's on the up and up and nobody's messing with you. And
Nobody gonna mess with her.
The crazy thing about it is though, out of the 2 of us,
I believe it. I know what you're going to say.
I'm the meaner one.
Yeah, I'm, and not that I just like I get you. So it's like I get it. So I know that you're the sweetest person in the world, but the second somebody,
don't get me
I get it,
where I have to do something because I can hold my own. I just don't want to. But I will say, don't get him to the point where don't get me to that point because then he gets to a point and the 2 of us, it's like herding cats. You're not going to be able to take
Straight up 93.7.
93.
You don't want none of that.
We don't want none of that.
No, we do have a code though. Like I'll give him a specific look if I need him to step in about something. Because like for a little bit, he'd step in a little too much. I was like, they were joking. Like things were fine. I was joking. They were joking. We're cool. And he's like, well, how am I supposed to know when it's too far? I said, I'll give you a look.
I'm a Marine.
And he's like, okay. So he'll just sometimes pace by someone.
Yeah, well, you know
and just
what?
wait for the look.
No hands. Don't get too close. You get 6 to 7 seconds, and that's too much talking. Don't make eye contact.
Someone did hug me one time for a little bit too long, and he was like, "That's enough."
That's great.
Let her go. And he was like patting the guy, but like more than gentle.
Well,
he's like, "Okay."
No, that's good. That's good though. That's good that you have each other's backs, and that's.
I took an oath with her husband to make sure she's good to go when he's not around.
Yeah, and that's good.
He's a jarhead too, so
yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
The other day Landon's my oldest son. Okay, he went to football practice. He was the coach, and he's like, "Oh, I'll bring him home," and we're like, "Okay." Well, a half an hour goes by, and he's supposed to be home. But neither me nor my husband were even paying attention or worried about the time. We knew that it was past the time, but we weren't worried. He was freaking out. He's like, I got to get you home. Your parents are going to want to know where you're at. And he's like, I'm so sorry he's late. I was like, I'm not worried about it. Chris was like, I'm not worried about it either. He's with you. Like, we know nothing's going to happen to him.
Right. That's great. I love that. I love that you guys have that relationship. You know what I mean? And you can see. It's funny that you guys said about how you forgot that the cameras are on because it really did seem genuine. Even though, like, in the back of your head, everybody talks about you. So I remember eons ago, the first group I was with, the owner of the group, or the whatever you want to call them, the director, he had a ghost hunter store. Mm-hmm. And Travel Channel came in. They were going to do a show about the ghost hunter store. Mm-hmm. And he picked 10 people. I was one of the people. And my boyfriend at the time was one of the people. And they were like, they interviewed us and they kept saying to me, like, you have to be like excited. And I'm like, I don't know how to fake being something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to fake that, right?
Yeah.
Then they said, I'm not even kidding. They said, well, we were at one point, they go, we're thinking like we'll pretend like you cheat on him with somebody else that works at the store, and this and that. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no, no, no. I was like, I am not going to be hated across America because
We're not dragging my good name through the mud to get some views.
I was like, no, I don't think so. Well, needless to say, it never panned out. You know what I mean? It never went anywhere. But I was like, I'm not doing that. I was like, I'm
We
sorry.
said things that we wanted to say, and if things we didn't want to talk about or say, we didn't do it.
Yeah.
Right. Now it might be different now. You know what I mean? But
I had told him before that you either get the reaction when it happens or you didn't get it. Because
right?
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're
So
not
you
actors.
either caught it or, well, I had a cool experience and maybe you can just hear the sound of it.
Right.
Think.
Yeah.
Good night, Kenny.
Yeah. Good night, Kenny.
Yeah, it's really I couldn't fake act to do anything. Like you said, I'm not an actress, so it's like I couldn't. They're like, "What got you into the paranormal?" And I'm like, "Well, I went to Gettysburg." And they're like, "Be a little bit more expressive about that." I'm like,
I'm so cool. Glad
I'm
she's
telling.
done.
I am too.
What?
I think that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot wait. It's going to be so fun. I love it. It's so fun. I love it. Oh,
You gonna talk to us?
absolutely. Are you going to talk to me?
I'm about 93.7% sure
Right,
that, yeah.
Absolutely. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Are we going to put the hashtag on the shirt?
everything. Yes. The first thing when we pull up to Gettysburg, why did I say it like that? Gettysburg.
We're going to get it.
Yeehaw.
That was
We'll have
terrible.
to get Easburg.
Just that we're not a high, just a that's it. Put it off.
I'm going to be up there on during my podcast. I'm just going to go.
Yep. And we're gonna get you a shirt that says 93.7. She'll get you a shirt that says 93.7. I just lift shit. Right?
I love it. You guys are amazing. I love it. I love you guys. I'm so happy that you came on. I'm so happy you're going to be at Gettysburg. Hopefully, I'm going to shoot a message to somebody right now about Pennhurst. Because I want you guys at Pennhurst, and I'm going to be working my little tail feather off there. So, as somebody that's a volunteer working my butt off, it would be nice to see you guys there. I would love for you guys to be there.
We
Well,
will
we would love to
definitely
come,
have
so-
fun. Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
We have fun. Believe me.
I'll have to throw a little I'll be like, little something in somebody's ear.
Yeah.
Get it in there.
Put a bug in someone's ear.
Yeah, thank you.
Horde
Thank
cats.
you. Or herd cats.
Herd
They're
cats.
gonna come with their herd of their colony of cats that they herd.
Is it really called a colony? Or you
I promise it's called a colony.
Cat colony.
But that's like used mainly with people that have cats.
Yes, I'm gonna ask my wife. What
Go
does
ahead.
he call it?
A
What
cat colony.
what
cat
is
colony.
but what's the question? What do you call
A large group of cats.
she's gonna think it's a joke.
I know.
Like pussies. That was such a good joke right there. That was
That
right
was.
over my head.
That was good.
Large group of cats. She's gonna be like, "What the fuck, Brian?"
So
are
you ask your wife, but you don't Google?
Oh, I'm gonna ask. She is Google.
Yeah, Michelle is Google.
That's
What
awesome.
what do you call a large group of okay, you got to put all the words in there, Bri.
Your fat sausage fingers don't let you type.
Let's just see what if she responds.
She's gonna be like, I thought you were doing a podcast.
Oh, this is important.
What are you talking about cats for?
What if she says, ask Rochelle?
She probably will say ask Rochelle.
We're gonna wait for the answer.
Well,
Everyone on the edge of their seats.
We're all like,
she did it. Oh my god.
I just read what she said.
what did you say?
A plethora of pussies.
Say no, Michelle, like a serious question, not a
This
joke.
is
We read that on the podcast.
that was on the this is a serious question. Oh my god. First of all, I can't even believe she's responded.
I love it. And
That's
it was
so
with a
funny.
question
Yeah,
mark.
she put a question.
She deals with us too much. She's like, okay, these
This
two,
is not serious.
they're not serious. They're not really asking. But then at the same time, she's probably like,
She's coming back. I got the dots.
why?
Oh, there's another question too.
Oh,
Did I pay the mortgage?
Oh my god.
I'm kidding.
Oh.
Okay, well, the question is why we're dotting up.
Okay. After having the experience of being on a show, do you watch paranormal shows anymore?
I don't really watch paranormal shows. I will say that I like to investigate. I don't necessarily like watching other people do things I like to do.
Fair enough.
I mean, I occasionally will check out a paranormal show
Right.
because they're my friends.
Yeah.
Support them.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to be honest with you. I also am really stuck on true crime right now.
Oh yeah, I deal on
So, like-
Discovery all the way.
So like I'm really focused on those things and then stupid shows that are
Or
just
mindless.
yes. That
Mindless.
I don't need to pay attention. I don't need to be watching that I can just hear. I will say that I am trying to watch Supernatural right now.
Yes, that is one of the things that I.
I'm gonna answer the question too.
Yes, go ahead.
You kind of did. You said
Yes,
you watch it like
I watch
paranormal shows
I watch a
every
paranormal
morning.
show every morning when I'm at the gym because it kind of gets me through.
Isn't
Yeah.
that weird that I know
And then
what he watches when he's at the gym?
I watch
Because I don't go to the gym.
RuPaul's Drag Race a lot.
I
That's
haven't watched that in so long. I used to watch that.
It's good.
I haven't watched it in a long time. But have you guys seen the show Ghosts on CBS?
I love that show.
I love
My kids said it's like you and Dad.
Aw.
Oh my gosh, I have to tell you this crazy thing that happened to me today, which I didn't tell you about.
Oh, good. Yay.
I really wanted to die. Okay.
No.
I'm walking through the grocery store. All right. I walk in front of somebody and it was two firefighters. No firefighters that I knew. My husband's a firefighter, so I know a lot of them. I didn't know these two. I walked in front of them. I said, "Excuse us." And I said, and just walked away because I was by myself. And I said,
Oh, and you said, "Excuse us."
Farm animal.
I stopped. And I think that if I would have just kept going, it wouldn't have been as bad. But I stopped and I looked at him like this. And they looked at me and tilted their head. And I was like, I'm not alone. Bye. Walked away. Where'd you go? Oh,
Sorry.
excuse us. They looked at me like I was fucking nuts. And
I couldn't
So,
see.
like, what was going through your head?
what was going through my head is that I have shitty little kids that I always have to say, excuse us, because
Right.
they're right in front of me. And I was at the store by myself because they were at school.
That's amazing.
I know. I called my husband. I was like, I want to die right now. He's like, what? I'm like, I seen two firefighters. He's like, oh, do we know? I was like, no, they weren't
Thank
our
God.
firefighters. So we don't know them, because if I did know them, they would just probably laugh and like be like, oh God, Richel, whatever. Like, no. And I said, excuse us. And he said, why? And he said, did you tell him you're not alone? I said, I might have mumbled something under my breath. I don't know. It was so quick. I was mortified. Because the look they gave me was like, we need to have her committed.
Yeah.
Watch her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse us.
I wish I was there.
Well, then it would have made sense.
Well, no, I would have just turned and looked down like, yeah, you heard your mom. Help
I
you out.
acted like there was a kid with.
Yes, I would have helped you out.
I should have said, come on, let's go. Get moving to
Yeah.
whoever was there.
I'm there to help.
No.
If you get a chance, check out the show called Hell on Wheels.
5
seasons.
seasons is Western.
Like Western cowboys?
Pew, 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 pew.
Okay.
Yeah, the show Ghosts is I can't I like that to me is just I laugh. It's so
It's
entertaining. It's
gold.
I didn't like it.
Who's your favorite?
oh, that's hard because I go
I didn't
I'm
like
gonna
it.
tell you who I like.
I love
Because
Isaac. I love Thor. I don't want any of them to get sucked off.
I don't want any of them sucked off either.
I don't want
I'm
any of
not
them to
gonna
get
lie to you. Hetty is my favorite.
Oh, I love her too.
Shit that comes out of her mouth, I'm like, oh
I know. And now her, the college student, like,
what? The college? What?
yeah, the guy. Wait, are you caught up? Because I don't want to say anything if you're not
I'm
caught
not
up.
caught up. Are you talking about the guy with
I've
no
only
pants?
been on 2 episodes. So
Are you talking about the guy with no pants?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not caught up, so don't tell me.
All right, I'm not going to say nothing. But did you see when she discovered the washer?
Yes.
I can't even with her.
She's like, oh my.
Yes.
Yes.
The show is great.
It
And
is.
then when somebody goes down on to hell, they're go, oh my God, he's going down. Like everything is there's a lot of adult
Yeah, it's
humor
funny.
in it, but it's funny.
Huh?
It is so funny.
I'll
It's a
take
great
your
it's
words
such a
for
great
it.
show.
I'll take your words for it.
Your words for
Does
it?
that mean that you're
Word.
not gonna watch it?
I mean,
You're
I
so missing out.
I watched 2 episodes and I just,
They're 30 minutes.
but the cats got in the way.
The colony of cats.
Yes, the
she ever
plethora of
answer back?
pussies. She said that a colony is of feral cats.
Yes.
Feral.
Yes.
Yeah.
Feral.
But that's like when you have about
And then she said, "What's the weird interest in cats right now?" And I haven't responded because I don't know.
You should
oh
say,
my gosh.
you should say pussy
Are
positivity.
you guys still talking?
Are you guys still talking?
Gee,
I'm
Sherry.
sorry, Sherry.
Are we
Well, how long have we done this?
an hour and 22 minutes?
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Oh, are we fired?
No. It's
Okay.
my show. I do what I want.
Okay.
She's laughing. Hey,
Sherry?
when she was on, me and her were on for a while too.
Love
has
you
been-
too, Sherry. Love you too.
This has been one of my favorites. Maybe the. I
Oh,
shouldn't say stuff like that before other people
can't.
get pissed.
Nobody will get
Have
it.
you seen the new way kids are doing hearts?
No. What is that?
Weird.
How can you do it like this?
This weird thing that they
No.
do?
You haven't seen this one?
I don't know how to do it. I'll have to
No, what is that?
It's a heart.
heart.
What? No, I do this.
I do this too, and then sometimes I go.
Maybe when we meet, we can put the heart together.
Yeah.
Wait. Wait, this isn't working for me. There we
See,
go.
that's a heart. Who are we doing?
This is so.
There. Oh, we almost got it.
You gotta move. No,
Got it.
Wait.
that's bullshit. I had it first.
Nailed it.
Wait.
Here.
Oh, wait.
Nailed it.
Oh!
Ah, what's happening? Liam. Got it.
For you that are watching.
Yes.
That was like one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life.
I know.
She's sweating.
I'm a delight.
It's a delight.
93.7.
93.7.
Listen, I don't want to go, but I know I've had you guys for a while, and I would love to have you guys back on at some point. You know,
Are you thinking the sequel?
I'm thinking a sequel for sure.
Hashtag.
For sure. This was definitely one of my favorite. I will say it's one of my favorite shows. I had such a great time with you guys. You guys are awesome. I love that I love when you can just wing it and just whatever, like have a conversation as if we're just sitting in a room talking and hanging out. The only thing we're missing is our beer, which we'll do at Gettysburg.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Lots of it.
when's that again? July.
July.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's gonna be so fun.
What
It's
is you?
such a-
July?
What are you talking about?
When is that again?
July? What's
July.
wrong with it?
I feel like you're just pronouncing Gettysburg, July.
That's a very southern way to say
we're not
it.
southern.
No, but that sounds like my boyfriend's. He's from North Carolina. He went to South Carolina. Listen, so when he says it, that's what it sounds like. You know, the July it comes up very southern.
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't know. When he drinks, he turns Irish, though. So that's
oh yes. Shot.
One. It's on your bed. That was actually wet. Sorry. She's gonna get people canceled. They're never gonna watch her shit again. And
yes, they will. You guys are great. You guys are awesome. And you guys totally should never be apart. Like it's great. I love it.
I think I am gonna go home.
93.7.
Yeah.
Okay.
93.7.
I believe that I'm gonna go to my house.
I'm gonna go now.
Yeah, I got a plethora of pussies over there. Oh my god.
I my sister watches this and she's like, "This is why you're talking to ask about a bunch of cats."
Yeah. That was a good answer though.
It was. I'm so happy she came through like that. Like, yes.
Yeah. But you know what? You did say she was gonna say something in that.
I know. Like I have that shit.
A brain.
I don't have that. I don't have that. I have that every now and then. I'm like,
is it
I'm magical.
ESPN?
Yes, it's like
ESPN.
Don't I have it every now and then?
Which one?
Like that. I'm a fucking magical unicorn.
Yes, you are a magical unicorn.
Well, Richel, I don't know if you realized, but you did earlier. You said you were about to say EBP. I thought you were trying to say electronic Brian. Like phenomenal. Like I thought you were going there with that.
That's a thing.
It is.
We've made.
He's electric.
Boogie, boogie, boogie.
She did it.
I love it.
Okay, all we're doing now
is
yeah.
Like
but listen, it's good though. It's good. It's good to like,
Oh, don't believe.
Be able to
believe this. Believe. Forget it. It's the remix.
Believe.
I do. I definitely want to have you guys on again because you guys were great.
Well, thank you.
And I want to thank you. Oh my God. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
You guys.
Thank you guys.
All of you guys.
All of you.
Oh, we're sending big fat hearts. Real hearts. I don't know what this new stuff is, but this is it.
I don't know what it is.
You don't like this though?
It's like
I don't even know what that is.
Brian
keeps doing that. I don't even understand it.
This is a heart.
See apparently. The heart?
No.
You don't see a heart there?
No. It doesn't make sense, right?
No.
It doesn't make sense. He's done with us. He's running away.
I get it. I'm like, what is this?
Like this pad and this pad together makes a heart.
Oh.
But really, it makes it look like the tiniest
Does it look like a heart?
World.
You're looking at all my fingers.
Does it look like a heart?
It's no good.
Brian's stupid.
Thank you.
I told you, he hits me. All right.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, we will let you go but yes, please have us on again. We would love to be on again. Can't wait to see you in July.
Absolutely. And hopefully May at Penhurst.
And hopefully May and
Penhurst. Oh, Penhurst, if you're listening.
Yes. Yes. I'm definitely going to throw some.
Everybody send Penhurst a message saying that you want us there.
We want Brichel. We want Brichel. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Hopefully we see you then.
Yes.
If not, we'll see you at the other ones.
Yes.
Yep. And we'll have to set up another date because
all right. The sequel.
I love you guys.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.